What's up, YouTube? It's Black Society TV. Man, I have a crazy story. Um, President Trump's former spiritual advisor, Robert Morris, was convicted of um, lewd acts, um, indecent acts with a child, um, sexual abuse of a child, amongst other five felony charges, sexual charges pertaining to a minor that he was charged with, and sexual abuse of a minor. Um, the story goes, there was a young lady named Cindy Clemishire. She's 55 now, um, and this sexual abuse started back in 1982. She said, and it lasted for like 4 or 5 years. At that time, Robert Morris was 21, and he was a traveling evangelist, and he would come stay at her parents' house um, in Oklahoma. Um, and the crazy part about it is his lawyers try to say that this 12-year-old Cindy shouldn't have been going in Robert Morris' room and tempting him. It's crazy. It's crazy what lawyers will say and do um, when it comes to their clients, just to get money. Um, But what was happening was Cindy said that Robert Morris would be putting his hand down her pants, feeling on her, just doing all kind of sexual acts to her when she was only 12 years old. Um, my thing is, I wonder why it took so long, for this man to be prosecuted. He's 64, and she's 55. I don't get why it took so long. Um, for this, to come to light. And she said even after she told her parents what had happened and what was happening, this is crazy. But this man was a former spiritual advisor to counsel to President Trump. Um, that's crazy, man. It seems like there's a lot of pedophiles around Trump. It seems like there's a lot of pedophiles. But this guy was a spiritual advisor, and it, and that's the crazy part. This guy was the and everybody that heard of this church, the Gateway Church, the Gateway Mega Church, um, and he's the founder, and he was convicted at the Osage County District Court. And the crazy part about this is this man was a he was a congregations. He was congregations in multiple. He had congregations in multiple prisons, in multiple churches around the Dallas Fort Worth area. This man is going to prisons and preaching to these people and teaching to these people, um, which he has committed acts that they've committed and should be right where they are. But this man was going around preaching and teaching, throwing demons all over the prisoners and stuff. This is crazy, man. A true wolf in sheep clothing. He was and is. Um, wow. And he started that church, multiple church congregation back in 2000, in the rich area of South Lake in Dallas. Man, this is sick, and there's no telling how many other victims there are. There's no telling how many victims there are that this man has done this to. Um, that that's sick. That's sick. But yeah, he was going to visit her, Cindy Clemishire, at her at her mom's house. Well, he was going to stay with them. I don't know why. I guess because he was a traveling evangelist, and going to stay with her and her parents. And he was doing this while he was there. That's why I say, man, these people that are claiming to be Christians, these white Christians and all that kind of stuff, man. These people are really doing heinous stuff and horrific acts, um, and a lot of stuff they doing all in the name of God, which is sick. And that's how they used to do back in the slavery days. They used to try to get the slaves to read Bibles, and and make them abide by things, do things in the Bible, like obey your master and all that kind of stuff. Um, all this stuff is things that they used to do back in slavery days. Use Christianity to get away with slavery, to get away with R people, um, do crimes and all this other kind of stuff in the namesake of God and Christianity, which is sick, which is very sick. And what's even sicker is this man was sentenced to 10 years, but with a plea deal, he's only going to do 6 months, and the rest he's going to be on probation. White privilege. This is sick. This is very sick. Very sick. He does this, and basically he gets away because 6 months is nothing. Out of a 10-year sentence, 6 months is nothing. And this man will be out and maybe to do this again. Um, he shouldn't be opening no church. He shouldn't be practicing Christianity because a Christian wouldn't do anything like that. He shouldn't be practicing anything to do with religion or have his name on anything to do with religion after what he done to this woman for years, and when she was only a baby. Because 12, they still a baby, a child. And that's just totally disgusting. He should have been locked away for the rest of his life for doing something like this, and portraying to be a Christian and covering it up all these years, these decades that he's been out preaching and teaching the word of God to people, and he's the criminal and he's the bad guy. Um, it's just disgusting. But look at me, y'all comment, y'all share and subscribe to the channel. Let me know what y'all think.